You don't leave a relationship that broke you and just move on. You leave with your nervous system rewritten. You leave with a new reflex. Flinch at silence, scan for tone shifts, brace for withdrawal, overthink your messages, downplay your needs. Stay calm on the outside while your body is begging for reassurance on the inside. And the most confusing part is that you can know it's over. You can even be disgusted by what happened and still feel like your body is stuck in it. That's because heartbreak isn't only emotional, it's neurological. It teaches your attachment system what to expect from closeness. So if you're listening to this thinking, "That's me, I don't even trust myself anymore," I want you to hear this clearly. You are not broken. You are adapted. And adaptation can be rewired. Rewiring your attachment after a relationship that broke you is not about becoming fearless. It's about becoming accurate. It's about training your body to stop treating love like a threat and stop treating inconsistency like chemistry. Because when a relationship breaks you, it doesn't just hurt you, it trains you. It trains you to accept less. It trains you to chase. It trains you to confuse anxiety with connection. It trains you to live in a constant state of emotional readiness, ready to be abandoned, ready to be punished with silence, ready to be the one who fixes it. And then when someone healthy comes along, your body doesn't relax. It gets suspicious. Because your body learned that calm means the next hit of chaos is coming. That's what a broken attachment feels like. You can't enjoy love. You can only monitor it. And that is not your personality. That is conditioning. The relationship didn't just end. It left a program running in the background. Rewiring means you stop letting that program drive your decisions. The first part of rewiring is naming the exact ways the relationship broke you. Because what breaks you becomes what you normalize. If you were punished with silence, you start believing silence is normal. If you were breadcrumbed, you start believing crumbs are connection. If you were gaslit, you start doubting your perception. If you were made to feel like your needs were too much, you start shrinking. If you were kept in limbo, you start feeling addicted to uncertainty. And if you don't name these injuries clearly, you'll carry them into the next relationship as standards. You'll call it being cautious, being chill, being low maintenance. But it's not standards. It's scar tissue. Standards protect you. Scar tissue restricts you. So you name it, not to relive it, but to stop it from becoming your new normal. Now, here's the brutal truth that makes this go viral in your body. After being broken, you will crave the familiar, even if the familiar hurt you. You might miss the person, but more than that, you miss the intensity. You miss the emotional spikes. You miss the relief after anxiety. You miss the feeling of being chosen for 5 minutes after being ignored for 5 days. And your brain will call that love. Your nervous system will call that chemistry. But what you were feeling was intermittent reinforcement, and intermittent reinforcement is addiction disguised as romance. That's why you can feel pulled towards someone who destroyed you. It's not destiny, it's conditioning. And once you accept that, you stop romanticizing your pull. You stop treating cravings as proof. You start treating cravings as withdrawal. That alone begins the rewiring because you stop letting longing make decisions for you. The next part is understanding that your attachment style isn't a personality label. It's a response to perceived safety. People become anxious when the environment is inconsistent. People become avoidant when closeness feels unsafe. People become disorganized when love and fear have been braided together. A relationship that broke you usually made your environment unsafe. So your system did exactly what it was designed to do. It tried to survive. It tried to keep connection by overfunctioning. Or it tried to keep safety by detaching. Or it swung between both. None of that makes you defective. It makes you human. Rewiring starts with one principle. You don't heal attachment by forcing yourself to act secure. You heal attachment by building safety and consistency inside your life so your body stops living in emergency mode. Because emergency mode is what creates the impulsive texts, the checking, the spiraling, the "I'll accept anything just to not lose them," or the cold shutdown, where you pretend you don't care. Both are survival strategies. Rewiring means you stop living in survival around love. So, what does rewiring look like in real terms? It looks like you stop choosing relationships that require you to abandon yourself to keep them. You stop giving your heart to people who reward you with uncertainty. You stop making exceptions for inconsistency because it's complicated. You stop calling emotional unavailability mysterious. You stop calling distance depth. You stop confusing their inability with your worth. And you start building one non-negotiable standard. Love has to be safe enough for your body, not just exciting enough for your mind. Because the old pattern prioritized excitement at the expense of safety. That's what broke you. And if you keep chasing excitement that comes from instability, you will keep reenacting the same wound. The most uncomfortable part of rewiring is that at first, healthy can feel boring. Consistency can feel suspicious. Someone texting you back can feel like a trick. Someone being clear can feel too easy. Your body might not know what to do with steadiness because steadiness wasn't what you learned. So you have to expect that discomfort. Not as a sign you're with the wrong person, but as a sign your nervous system is adjusting to a new baseline. The goal isn't to force yourself to feel butterflies. The goal is to teach your body that peace is love. Peace is the new chemistry. Not the chemistry of anxiety, but the chemistry of safety. And yes, that takes time. Because your nervous system will initially crave what it recognizes. Recognition is not compatibility. Recognition is pattern familiarity. So rewiring means you stop worshiping familiarity and start choosing what is actually good for you, even if it feels unfamiliar at first. There's also a grief that comes with rewiring. You grieve the version of yourself you were before you got broken. You grieve how open you were, how trusting you were, how hopeful you were. And you might feel angry that you now have to do work just to feel normal again. That anger is valid. But here's what will protect your future. The goal isn't to return to your old innocence. The goal is to become wise without becoming closed. You're not trying to erase what happened. You're trying to integrate it so it doesn't run your life. You want your heart back, but with boundaries. You want your softness back, but with discernment. You want your openness back, but with standards that keep you safe. And that combination is powerful. It's what creates secure attachment. Not perfection, but self-trust. Secure attachment is when you trust yourself to respond to reality. If they show up, you can open. If they don't, you can walk away. You don't collapse into panic. You don't collapse into numbness. You stay with yourself. That's what security is. And the relationship that broke you made you stop trusting yourself because you kept staying in a reality that was hurting you. You kept overriding your own signals. You kept saying, "It's fine," when your body was screaming, "It's not." So rewiring is also rebuilding self-trust. You rebuild it by becoming consistent with your own reality. You stop saying yes when it's a no. You stop forcing yourself to be okay with things that are not okay. You stop bargaining with your standards. You stop rewarding inconsistency with access. Every time you do that, your nervous system receives a new message. I will protect us. And the body calms down when it trusts you. That's why so many people can't rewire. They keep trying to heal while still negotiating with the thing that broke them. They keep a door open. They keep contact alive. They keep checking. They keep hoping. And hope is not the enemy. But hope attached to an unsafe person is what keeps your attachment system activated. Rewiring requires clean inputs, because your nervous system is always learning from what you keep allowing. If you keep allowing chaos, you keep learning chaos. If you keep allowing crumbs, you keep learning scarcity. If you keep allowing silence as punishment, you keep learning fear. So you choose different inputs. You choose steadiness. You choose people who repair. You choose environments where your feelings are not treated like a problem. You choose to be around friends who don't make you prove your worth. You choose routines that stabilize your body. And as your body stabilizes, your attachment begins to change. You become less reactive, less compulsive, less obsessed, less afraid. Not because you forced yourself, but because the environment stopped signaling danger. Now, here's a truth that people feel in their bones. After a relationship that broke you, you might start saying, "I'm done with love." But what you're really done with is not love. You're done with being unsafe. You're done with chasing. You're done with shrinking. You're done with proving. You're done with mixed signals. You're done with being the only one who cares loudly. And that's not bitterness. That's your nervous system choosing protection. But protection doesn't have to become a prison. You can protect yourself and still be open to real love. You just have to stop confusing pain with depth. Because pain is not proof that something mattered. Pain is proof that something hurt. Depth is something else. Depth is being seen and held. Depth is being chosen and respected. Depth is someone staying present even when it's uncomfortable. Depth is repair. Depth is consistency. And once you train your nervous system to recognize that as love, you stop craving what broke you. Here's the final piece of rewiring that changes everything. You stop asking, "How do I make someone stay?" And you start asking, "Is this safe enough for me to stay?" That flip is security. That flip is healing. That flip is where you get your power back. The relationship that broke you made you feel like love is earned through endurance. Rewiring teaches you that love is chosen through alignment. You don't earn it by suffering. You choose it by being met. And if you're listening right now thinking, "I don't want to be this version of myself forever," you won't be. Not if you stop feeding the pattern that broke you. Not if you stop calling anxiety connection. Not if you stop giving your heart to people who require you to abandon yourself. Your attachment can change. Your nervous system can learn peace. Your heart can become soft again without being reckless. And one day, you will notice something quietly miraculous. You will be in a connection where you are not monitoring, not bracing, not waiting for the other shoe to drop. You'll just be there, present, safe, chosen. And you will realize that what you thought was chemistry before was just survival. This is what you're rewiring for. This is what you're returning to. A love that doesn't break you. A love you can rest inside. Welcome to Attachment Alchemy Lab. You're safe here.